And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Monday, the Monday after the horseshoe. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony show. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing phenomenal, dude. Obviously, the big news this morning, dude.
Breaking news. Do we have
breaking news, dude.
Tony and myself, Friday, December 6th, in attendance, Rangers, Penguins, Madison Square Garden. Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's going to be so much fun, dude. The Penguins, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking like, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game. You said it weekend, Friday night.
And let's hold that thought,
time.
But we actually do have more breaking news. The New Orleans Saints have fired head coach Dennis Allen. This is on the heels of a now 7-game losing streak. So the Saints parting ways with Dennis Allen, who is in his second year post Sean Payton. And obviously things in shambles right now in New Orleans. So I have to say that does not come to surprise to me.
What do you think the rest of their season is looking like? Losses. And
I did see that real quick, so I just want to make sure I didn't jump the gun. But let's check on Twitter just to make sure. Yes. So that is confirmed. Ari Marove from my Sports Update does confirm it. But I don't see anything about an interim coach too. And Adam Schefter, I think, was first on it. Who else? So just want to see if there's anything about an interim.
In Rappaport, Mike Garofalo. Yep.
Nothing about an interim yet.
No. More on this story shortly seems to be the general consensus. What direction you think? Bill Belichick, Saints?
No. Bill Belichick is meant to go to the Giants. I honestly believe it. But real quick, because we were in the middle of the Rangers, the Penguins, and Tommy, we could jump the gun, honestly, if you want, because this kind of relates to what we're saying. He says, "Good morning, fam. Looking forward to my favorite show that actually acknowledges that hockey exists."
Wow.
Let's go. So, of course, we appreciate Tommy. And Josh B is around for that as well. He says, "Yes, Tommy, yes." But yeah, I can't wait for Friday, December 6th, the Penguins. Let's fucking go, dude.
Christmas is coming early.
Christmas is coming. I haven't had a car bomb maybe since, dude.
My gosh.
Barely. I mean, I'm sure I have, but it's just there's nothing like them seas, dude. So looking forward to that. But what else we got here?
Oh yes, of course. We have earlier on, Josh B hyped to be here. He says, "Yo, what is going on, my family? Let's have a week." Hashtag TCH Sports Point. DTV. That's right. Big Monday. Michael Buckta. Hi, Barnes. Nice exchange we had this morning. That was a really weird game last night. I'll call around 10:30ish.
Wow. So I guess in about 20 minutes we'll be expecting
you guys
Michael
have the
Buckta.
Exchange, dudes.
What an exchange it was.
Oh my gosh. Also, Barnes, can you tell me in your own words what 62nd Street looks like to you? And do you like Christmas?
Just like everything in Newport Beach, Michael. Pure gold. And Christmas? I mean, come on. What am I, the Scrooge? Come on.
That's good, dude. My mother also on this Monday morning says, "Hello, fellas."
Have you heard any
Hi, Mom.
win-loss reports from the Borgata?
No reports yet, dude. Still didn't get the photos from dinner either. So it must have been so good. They got caught up. You forget, take the photo, you just eat it. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's gone.
Yep. Man, it's crazy. It feels like it's just been so long.
Oh.
For me, it's actually coming up. I mean, I'm sure it's been longer for you. I'm guessing anyway, but approaching like a year. AC.
I think I'll be approaching
That was their
2
New
years.
Year's.
I think
2 years. I'm trying to think. Was it? Oh, did you go with them?
I went with my parents. Yeah, randomly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for like a longer weekend.
Are you a Christmas movie guy, Barnes?
Well, see, that's where I think the buck stops with Brian on Christmas.
Well, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, maybe Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, where we're good with that. I think though sometimes too. I don't know if you're ever like this, but I don't know. Actually, does this exist for you, or are there movies, especially like when it relates to Christmas, where you've watched them so many times where it's like you almost like just can't seriously watch it because you've just seen it too many damn times? Yeah.
Honestly, there definitely are a few. To be honest, and I haven't watched this movie in a long time because of it, but I was never a big fan of Elf, to be honest, dude. And I'm sure you're on the same boat with Farrell. But I never thought it was really that great. And I think it was like I watched it a few times. I was like, I'm kind of over this, but now I haven't really watched it in a while. So maybe I could this year watch it again. But that's one movie for me. I'm just like I'll change it to a different movie.
Christmas with the Cranks. Were we there?
Christmas with the Cranks. Interesting, dude. I guess it's an okay movie. I haven't seen that one in years. I'll watch that again.
And do you agree with Tommy? Christmas Vacation never gets old.
Christmas Vacation does never get old, dude. Like it really doesn't. The bonus, the family, the cousin Eddie, like
cousin
absolutely
Eddie.
ridiculous.
But I have to say, I mean, I guess I didn't necessarily watch all of the movies, but it seemed like Vegas was the best one. I don't know. But
yeah, I mean, that was the one that like I grew up watching. Like that was the first one that I saw.
Yeah.
So I always, that was great with the $1 I get a car, and $1 I get a car.
Mr.
Papa Giorgio, dude. Yeah, how funny is that, dude?
Listen, I mean, kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy.
Really think about
like
it.
You wanted to be Mr. Papa Giorgio. That's what it was. Dude.
Oh yeah, dude. And then Michael Bucks says Christmas Lampoons with Chevy Chase never gets old. Your mother says they didn't win. Forgot to send photos. We had spicy sausage pizza, salad, tagliatelle Colognes. What's that?
You'd have to tell my mother
cake
about that
with
one.
chocolate chip ice cream. The dessert sounds great. Bolognese. There you go. Super 12 check.
Bolognese.
White Christmas. Boy, Bolognese is good. I don't really have it too often, but boy, is it good, huh?
Yeah. Oh my God, that all sounds so good, dude. I mean, are you kidding me? Sausage pizza with some salad and then pasta.
And I just feel like when we have a conversation like this, it's so difficult because it's Monday, it's the morning. You know, you're trying to set the tone for the week. You've already went for the run, Tony, and then we're talking about this, and it's like hard to not, later on, football game, Remos, a pie.
I know, dude.
I'm
supposed to like meal prep, healthy food, but then it's just
you're over the chop meat, dude.
Yeah, dude.
If you had to guess, though, I mean, do you think today, like, you're gonna hold strong, like, nice clean day, or?
I don't know, man.
Really?
Because I feel like talking about it, and then it's always like a lot of times when I meal prep too, I'll order like a meal. I'll order it because I know like for the next few days I'm like hunkering down on this meal prep.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It'll be like probably a game time decision. I mean, should I just keep it clean? Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I need it. It sucks. I don't want to at all, but it just seems like it's necessary.
You know what really helps me too? Because today's Monday, and I would normally meal prep Sunday and order like a sandwich or a pizza from Goodfellas, like up the block.
Yep.
They're closed on Mondays though, so it's like
meant to be. And then your mother's trying to rub it in.
Oh my God, the noodle bar tonight.
I haven't had that in so long.
Chinese food sounds fire, dude. The dumplings.
I feel like I never have it anymore.
Yeah. I don't remember the last. I've never seen you eat Chinese food, I don't think.
Maybe Lilac House that time. Were you here for that? It was a couple of years ago, probably. You've had Lilac House, so the one in Fairfield.
I love Lilac House. Yeah, I have had it. Matthew
my
Gabriel turned me on to that place.
Oh man, yeah, I haven't had that in a while.
Dude, they're so combo rice, General So's.
I forgot who was I think I was talking to actually Brandon in the car about this yesterday. We were going to get breakfast sandwiches, but isn't it just insane how I know it's like hello, like welcome to the world, but isn't it insane how it works like that though? That everything that is so very good has to be so very bad. I mean, how did that happen?
I know, right? Like who drew that up?
Like talk about like just absolute torture. Like let's just go to Alcatraz right now.
I mean, could you imagine if like burgers and pizza and Chinese food was like healthy for you and you could just oh my God.
Is it on purpose? Is there an alternate world where it is good for you?
There must be one out there, right?
or the elites, Tony. The elites have conquered that.
Oh God, dude.
Because like, is there anything that you could point to that really like? There's not something you could poke a hole in where it's really at the end of the day not good for you that you think is like so good. That's you know what I mean? Something that's healthy where it's like this is still like one of the best things, even though it's healthy.
I mean, so tough. I mean, I guess like. I mean, I would think that like, oh, like a Chipotle bowl, like a rice bowl would be.
The sodium.
This is so good. But then, yeah, it's like all the salt and it's
poker.
Just like, yeah, it's like, come on, like what I'm trying to be good. So it's like, I guess not at the end of the day. I'd like to I mean, sometimes I really genuinely think that pizza is good for me. Like I try to really think about that because I'm like, all right, it's a little dairy, it's fine, but the sauce.
Got
meat,
your veggies,
protein, yeah, then some peppers, onions, carbs, but then the crust, but it's just like little carbs. So, yeah.
Hot oil bacon, large pizza. I mean, is that 5,000 calories or not?
Yeah, that's not good for you. The bacon, the fat, dude, that can't be good, dude. Hot oil. Oh my god!
It's like,
dude.
You know what's tough too? I feel like I really enjoy like broccoli, like with oil and garlic, but then not too much oil. Okay, fine. But then it's like, what do you pair that with? Because isn't it also too like. I feel like there's like it used to always be lean chicken, like very good. Now I just feel like there's this sense that like chicken with all the stuff that's in it, like isn't necessary. So it's like, what is the perfect thing? Like, you know,
great question.
I don't think being vegan is the answer too, because then I think you have the iron deficiencies and stuff. So just I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's still chicken, right? Like
I guess at the end of the day, chicken healthy is good. It's probably the best for you. Some people would use turkey, like ground up turkey, but that shit sucks. You ever like have that ground like a turkey? For me,
I would say ground turkey makes ground beef seem like the creme de la creme.
Literally.
For me, dude. Honestly, ground turkey. Who came up with that?
I don't know, dude.
Who the hell came up with that? That's what I have to say. Michael Buccs still going. Have you seen the Home Alone house in Chicago? No, I haven't.
No.
Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn. Haven't seen that.
That movie is great.
The Santa Claus at the time, Michael, when I was probably, I don't know, middle school.
Classic.
It was good. And then he's asking me what I would recommend for him to get at George's at the Cove. I would recommend the last time I was there. I got the pesto pasta with grilled shrimp. And yes, Tony, it was amazing. And they do have the best focaccia bread. As well as third floor views of the Pacific Ocean. So Michael Bucca salivating, dude. Salivating. Barnes from your beach house, Barnes.
Oh my God, dude.
And then he says, what's the play there? Bucca, he recommends the Yankees resetting Soto and Cole and the Yankees winning the World Series. LOL. And then Bernie saying, thanks for the food conversation. Now I'm starving. LOL.
Yeah, dude.
What other seafood do they have? Not a shrimp guy.
Are you serious, Michael?
I haven't been there actually in like a year and a half, Michael. So who knows? The menu might have changed, but I would recommend looking up. They didn't have some steaks. So I'm sure actually if you wanted to, they could just chop up like a porterhouse, put it in that pesto. Well,
he's looking for fish though. I feel like I would ask for like a nice white fish, like a tilapia, you know?
Or
a halibut. Pasta, though, right? Absolutely with pasta,
really?
Dude.
Like cut up in pasta?
No, see, I probably would get it like on the side.
Okay.
I would probably ask them to do like a halibut or a tilapia or reganata, when they bake it with breadcrumbs on top. And then I would have that with pasta. That sounds
I could give it a try, but then see, this is where it's like, because I feel like alone, like we're not dressing it up. Like tilapia, like it's not good. So for me, it's like, why am I having it with breadcrumbs and butter and stuff? Like, aren't I just better off not having it?
I guess so. But I mean, I don't know. I mean,
is it that good though, Tony?
I do enjoy it. I think like tilapia and halibut, I think are lighter white fishes.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a salmon where you just like tastes like the fucking ocean. And then I mean, I feel like you dress it up with the breadcrumbs. I mean, I think it tastes really good, dude.
But like, would you rather have linguine and clams?
Linguine with clams? Yeah, probably on like a day to day.
Yeah.
I would really prefer the shrimp though. I am a shrimp guy, so fried shrimp, baked shrimp, grilled shrimp, like whatever, dude. Sauteed shrimp.
I can't believe Michael Buck is not a shrimp guy.
Well, how do you not like shrimp? I'm sorry. Like shrimp is so good.
Oh,
dude.
I could just eat it every day.
Shrimp cocktail too. The versatility.
The hibachi shrimp.
Hibachi shrimp, dude. Dude, overdue for Sakura, Chinese food, dude. Damn.
Like we really got to start planning this stuff.
Jay Bird says tilapia is a dirty fish.
Well,
I guess. I don't know.
But he also says, hey,
2.3K subscribers.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you, Jay Bird.
Josh Burgo, shout out to you, Michael Bucca. How about Brockton Villa? What would you recommend I get there? Your mother says oregano is the best.
It
and
is.
get halibut if you have the option. Shrimp scampi is unbelievable, and I never get to have that.
Oh, the shrimp scampi, dude.
But Michael, as Tony knows, at Brockton Villa, okay, first of all, you get like the leche coffee. So it's like condensed milk, some cinnamon. Oh my God, unbelievable. So start with that. Then you get the carne asada eggs Benedict, unreal. And then you top it off with the Coast Toast, which is like the souffle French toast. And you're really, though, getting me, Tony, and the rest of everyone else that's watching right now in trouble fantasizing about the 2,000, 3,000 calorie meals that we're talking about.
Dude, speaking of coffee, no coffee today?
So I've been, well, actually, so last week I took it all off from making the coffee. You know, it was at Tiffany's pretty much every day. But now I'm trying to get back to just making it just once and then just water. Because I feel like I wasn't hammering the water enough, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel that. Last week I did not drink enough water, dude.
And then that comes back to bite. Danny or Bernie saying shrimp saute. Josh B. Shrimp is amazing. Gabe Burton is hyped to hang out with Tony this week and getting my suit dry clean to look sharp. What do we got? What's going on?
Luke Sheely, one of our best friends here from college. I actually know him from Staten Island High School, went together. Married this weekend.
Was this the bachelor party you went to this summer? Or no?
Yes, this was the bachelor party I went to this summer. So now we're coming full circle. You know, we're going to the wedding. It's gonna be dope. Obviously, everyone's getting together. It's in Rye,
New York,
White Plains area. Yeah.
Wow,
it's like not
sick.
too. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty pumped about it, dude.
Yeah, I've never been to a wedding in Westchester, but I could imagine that it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't know about the venue or anything or what to expect really, but obviously, like, longtime friends getting together, like. The drinking, the food, like I'm so pumped, dude. Like the cocktail hour, the dinner, Jay and I are getting the halibut.
Is there like a Friday rehearsal, Saturday wedding type of thing, or what's the?
I would think so. It's like I think we may go up there. I forget. I got the hotel for I think just one night, Saturday.
So then you're probably going up Saturday morning because it's a short ride to ride.
Exactly, it's like 40 minutes, maybe. I think so. I'm gonna be pretty solid, dude. Like I'm stoked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like let's fucking go, dude.
And no, Michael Bucket said, well, first of all, Jay says Dover soul is fire. Your mother says good Grace soul is fire. But then Michael Bucket says Santa Barbara is a lovely place. My cousin lives there and she likes it a lot.
That's good.
What are you wearing it?
To the wedding? I don't know yet. I mean, obviously a suit. I might go classic, like black suit, white shirt, black tie. That's always classy. But then I could switch it up with some different ties, I guess. I don't know. I could go crazy and just wear some crazy. I don't know. Maybe the blue suit. I feel like the blue suit I've worn a lot. I gotta try on my suits too.
You're looking for some variety here, basically.
Yeah, basically. And then again, it is like I do tend to like try on my suits, like which one really fits me the best right now. Also, comfortability. It's gonna be a long night.
Maybe some tilapia this week.
Maybe some tilapia, dude. I'll have the fish, no shrimp. But yeah, so I don't know. It's still a game, not game time, but I gotta figure that out still. So we'll see.
You know what's interesting, and I would think you would agree with me with this, Tony. I mean, I'm sure there's some exceptions to this, but I feel like a while ago weddings, just from what I've noticed, like from going to them, where it was like people having a buffet was kind of like, oh, like they're kind of not going out. But I have to say, after going to a bunch of weddings, I think the buffet is the best thing because I feel like the individual dinners is like where's the food? Like, right or no? No, yeah. And I mean, honestly, the individual dinners too, I don't know. I mean, I've had some amazing dinners. Right. But I feel you got to be careful what you order. If you get the chicken, it's normally like chicken in bulk. Maybe it's sitting around because it's obviously a wedding hall. You got to get steak. It ends up being dry. You kind of have to get the steak. Sure, it would be great. Fish is an okay option, but it depends on the fish, dude. Like get me the buffet though with the steak, with the penny vodka. I mean, what are we talking about? I think I went to one or maybe two weddings that had buffet for dinner, and it was the one I remember is my cousin's wedding, and it was like amazing, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I was a little younger. I wasn't really drinking, so I was really focused more on the food. I'm sure. But it was great because like you went up there, I got the fancy stuff like pasta, whatever, and then like go up there again, it's like chicken fingers and fries. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. This is sick. Oh, man, dude. Really, man. Oh, man. I know. But like nowadays, too, I feel like cocktail hours have been heightened, Yes. Yep. So I feel like I get that in like the last wedding I was at for my my buddy Joe Gus. Like that cocktail hour, I arrived starving, and the cocktail hour
like I just went in. I didn't stop eating for the whole
think
hour,
it's
dude.
better than, especially if it's not a buffet, it's better
Yeah.
than the main course.
Yeah, no, sometimes it is, dude. Like I went, they had taco stations, so I'm getting tacos. At slider stations, I'm getting sliders over sorted out. Like the people were walking around with lobster tails.
Yes.
I'm like, what is this, dude?
So if we haven't completely tortured Bernie by now, I think it's safe to say that we have. So yeah, this could keep going on and on and on, and somehow supposed to navigate through a day, which I haven't eaten anything yet. A protein bar and then some grilled chicken later for dinner. But we'll figure it out. But let's go to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. So we were live for the start of the Vikings and Colts game, Sunday Night Football last night. We saw the Vikings hang on 21-13 over in Indianapolis. And this was despite, a first half, in which they did not have any points.
Yeah.
And this whole first half for both teams did not feature any offensive touchdowns. The one touchdown was on a fumble from Sam Darnold. So he had actually 3 turnovers last night, but it didn't matter.
Crazy.
Vikings end up winning, but if you go back and just kind of look at the scheme of things here, the game starts out with a Joe Flacco fumble. So that gives the Vikings the ball, kind of starting where you would normally start on a kickoff. But then they go 11 plays on the field, but then throw an interception of their own, giving the ball back to the Colts, who promptly go 3 and out, punt it back to them. They pick up 1 first down at the punt of the way, back to the Colts again. This is where the Vikings are driving, but Darnold, gets sacked and they return it all the way to the house for the touchdown. So it was interesting. At that point, it was like, boy, is the Vikings season about to spiral out of control? 5-0 start, losing the last 2. You start like this. So that happens. Then, so they're down 7-0. They get the ball back. Their kicker misses a field goal on a 10-yard drive. So that gives Colts good field position. They miss a field goal themselves, and then the Vikings get the ball back and miss another field goal. So an absolute slop fest for both teams in the first half.
Crazy.
And the Colts go into the locker room with a 7-0 halftime lead. Fortunately for the Vikings, though, 9 plays, 70 yards to start out the second half. And at the end of the day, it was Sam Darnold, finding Jordan Addison for a 4-yard touchdown, first and goal from the 4.
Yep.
So that gave the game, a tie at 7. Colts get the ball back, punt. Vikings get the ball back, another 9-play drive, which results in Sam Darnold throwing a touchdown pass to Jalen Naylor. So 14-7 Minnesota. The Colts get the ball back. They throw an interception. And then on the first play from scrimmage, the Vikings throw an interception back. So insane.
Crazy
Sequence of events here. Colts don't do anything with the ball, but field goal range, so they make it 14-10. Then the Vikings get the ball back, punt it back to Indianapolis, who then pursues to turn it over on downs, stopped on 4th down. But then the Vikings go on an 8-play, 60-yard drive, resulting in you guessed it, another Sam Darnold touchdown pass. This one to Oliver, so a 14-yard touchdown pass. So that made it 21-10. The Colts, 6 plays, 34 yards. They settle for a field goal, attempting it from 54 yards. Matt Gay makes it, 28 seconds left. Onside kick, which I have to say was a pretty good effort on the onside kicker. It was one of those that hopped way up in the air, but then Justin Jefferson catches it. Ball game over. Vikings 21-13 over the Colts. So I think, despite the sloppiness of this game, at the end of the day, the Vikings had to be ecstatic that they are 6-2.
Yeah, definitely. And it's kind of funny, dude. Because I feel like we were just talking about how, like, with the Colts, Flacco can come in here and, like, just look pristine. Like he never really was on the bench or whatever.
Yeah.
And this was an instance where it was the opposite. He was looking sloppy, obviously, like somewhat inefficient, 179 through the air. Obviously, he had that pick as well. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's like a residue of what the Colts are doing. Because I mean, you really want to look at the Colts in general. I mean, their year hasn't been great. The team isn't that like buttoned up as you would say. Obviously, the kickers and everything. But I don't know. I mean, it just seems like also a game in terms of the Colts. I mean, the Vikings rather. I feel like they like played down to that level. Which is never a good sign, but I guess it happens. But again, I mean, you said it, Vikings, you got to be ecstatic that you end up winning. You're 6-2, and maybe you can take that and be like, hey, we can't, like, when we play these teams that aren't as good as us, we have to still be like tip top shape,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, do you think that this game from the Vikings, I mean, think it's indicative of what Darnold and the Vikings really are? Because I mean, the Vikings have been, labeled as a fraudulent team in, previous recent years. Do you think that that's the same here?
I mean, I just think it's quite simple. They have a really good defense, and offensively they can move the ball, and it's all just going to come down to the fact whether late in the game, crucial times, is Darnold going to fumble it, throw a pick, 3 turnovers last night. But if he doesn't, we've seen that he can really run this offense efficiently. 28-34, 290 last night with the 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, sacked 4 times. We know about the fumble. But then you couple that with, Jones and Akers running the ball, and then the talent that they have at wide receiver. Justin Jefferson, obviously, could be arguably the best receiver in the NFL. And then you have Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones can catch passes out of the backfield. Josh Naylor had that touchdown catch last night. So there's a lot of different places you can go. So I think that's the key. If somehow Kevin O'Connell can really groom Sam Darnold here down the stretch where he's not going to turn the ball over, then I think this team is a tough outcome playoff time.
Yeah, you think if they were like there's no first round exit against the Giants with this squad.
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, obviously it's early, but I just think overall as a team, this Vikings team seems better than any of the Kirk Cousins-led Vikings teams that they had in the previous years.
Yeah, no, I would agree too. And it's interesting because Cousins, I mean, is doing well with Atlanta. So, I mean, again, you got to, I think you got to kind of, I guess, wonder a little bit. But regardless, I mean, I think you're correct with that.
And I mean, you really look at this, the schedule pretty manageable to finish out at Jacksonville, at Tennessee, at Chicago. Obviously, all road games, but all against teams that you feel like you're better than. Then you're home to Arizona, the Falcons, the Bears again. Go to Seattle, and then Packers, Lions to end the season isn't easy. But I mean, the good bulk of these games, you feel like you're the better team. So. Looking at it that way, I mean, this is a team that you feel like probably minimum is going to win 11 games this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're totally right there. It's interesting. We talked about it, I think either Friday or last night, but the NFC North being so freaking competitive. I mean, I think those last 3 weeks though, when they're playing like Lions, Packers back to back, I mean, they're probably going to be playing for the division, right? You would still imagine,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, maybe we'll get 2 wild card teams out of the NFC North, but regardless, I mean, that's going to be some great football down the stretch.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to look at this. Is actually going to get very tight.
Yeah, dude.
His dog would say just not enough mouths to feed because if you think about the teams in contention for a wild card, we want to count Dallas out at 3-5, even though they're not really out. Okay, but then so for 3 wild card spots, you have the Eagles is 1, Vikings 2, Packers 3, Bears 4. Potentially, we'll count the NFC South on a wild card, but then you have the Rams and Minnesota. So that's 6 teams vying for 3 wild card spots. I mean, that's not easy.
No, not at all. We got Buck to Conan, by the way, but I mean, you want to take it now,
and then we'll take it now.
We'll take it now. Yeah. All right, hold on, Buckta. Michael Buckta coming in hot. Michael, you're live on the air, bud.
Hello.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, Barnes. How are we?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Do you think Pittsburgh can beat the Commanders on Sunday?
I think that is going to be a very good game. I think I honestly just thinking about it, I think that's down to the last possession. It's who has the ball last. I would say though, I probably, as impressed as I have been with the Commanders. I would probably favor the Steelers just because of their defense.
Interesting.
What do you think about that, Tony?
So basically,
Okay, Tony.
This is a big test. This is a big test for their offense.
Yeah, no doubt. But I do like what Brian is saying here. I mean, Steelers defense is top notch. Obviously, you know, with Watt, with Fitzpatrick as well, right? So like, let's freaking go, dude.
With Highsmith too.
Yeah, Highsmith is great.
Yeah, and then Najee Harris, Jalen Warren finally healthy.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets used a little more.
Yeah, I think so too.
What's your thoughts on Mr. Unlimited the last 2 weeks? Do you think he's been playing well, or?
Wait, who was Mr. Wait, who?
No, Russell Wilson.
Oh, well, the thing is, he's played well against bad teams, but now the question is, can he keep this good stuff up against the tougher teams?
Mm-hmm.
Big question mark there.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, and right now this game, has Washington as the 2.5-point favorite. So basically, you're saying neutral site. This is a pick'em type of game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Commanders are a very good football team. But like I said, I just favor the Steelers by like a field goal. Like I think it's going to be that close, and I would not be surprised if the Commanders won. But I just think this is the kind of tough game that the Steelers win.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, look at just some of the games they had. I mean, it is going to be tough. You're in Washington as well, but I don't know. They put 34 points up on the Browns. Obviously, Browns formidable defense.
The Browns stink.
Yeah, no, the team as a whole sucks, dude. But
I mean, you beat the Bears on a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
so that's why I just think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
True, yeah, it could be. Yeah, you did kind of fail to score there. It was a low scoring game in general. So, yeah, I guess so.
I think it'll be a good game.
But have you welcomed like Russ taking over, or did you like Fields playing? But
yes, I think so.
So I mean, Steelers plus 2.5. Watch out, dude.
Yeah,
there's
I think that might
clearly a big difference with Wilson and Justin Fields' arm. There's a big difference.
Yeah, no, and I honestly, a big thing for me, and I think Tony agreed with this going into this year, is I just think there's something about like a revenge tour for not only Mike Tomlin, but for Russell Wilson. I think they've both have been maligned for different reasons. Obviously, Mike Tomlin, I mean, what has it been, 8 years since they won a playoff game? I mean, that's a long time. I mean, I know he gets credit for the winning seasons, but it's like you kind of need to win one this year.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I agree.
Do you think they hang on to win a division? I mean, Baltimore obviously is a threat here, huh?
So basically, I was going to get into that point next. So do you think Pittsburgh can be ball 2 more week 11? Do you think?
I mean, you know what it is? You look at the history of that matchup. I mean, I think they had some crazy stat within the last couple of years where it was almost like down to 3 points or something in the last 15 years, something ridiculous like that. But it doesn't matter who's in, who's out, who's playing quarterback, who's not. It's just going to be a close game. So just for that reason alone, I mean, I mean, I think either of these teams, no matter when they play, can win. It's just that big of a rivalry, and probably the best rivalry in the NFL.
I think that's the Packers and Bears, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's been hurting that one is, though, recently the Bears have been a mess. So that's taken away.
The Bears are fine this year.
Bears are fine, but it's interesting, though. There's a lot of, like, kind of criticism of Caleb Williams. I think Matt Eberflus, like, non-weekday games, has lost 18 straight road games as head coach. So there's a little uncertainty there in Chicago.
Yeah, I think you're right, Barnes. Also, by the way, UConn basketball starts on Wednesday.
Who are they playing?
Sacred Heart.
Oh, there we go.
No kidding.
Is this at Gamble?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I forgot when it is. Sometime in actually curious when this is. But I know they're playing Gonzaga at MSG. Do you know when that is?
I think that's December 14th, I saw.
September 14th. Wow. Or December.
And I will be home.
Okay,
and
right.
I will be home.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. But boy, what a task ahead of the UConn men's basketball team. I mean, trying to go for 3 in a row. Do you know anything about like the incoming guys? I mean, are they expected to be big time here?
I know about Liam McNeely, Aiden Mahaney. They are elite 3-point shooters.
Did Hurley
like
tell
Brian.
you he's got confidence in them, or?
Oh yeah. I mean, he trains his guys hard for a reason, Barnes.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
Gotta train hard.
yeah. So no, it's crazy how college basketball is gonna start any second. It feels like.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
So yeah, that'll be interesting.
Barnes.
Yeah.
Another note. I'll be coming home this weekend from the 8th to the 12th.
Okay.
And
Let's freaking go.
will there be a sports report next Monday?
Next Monday.
Every
Veterans Day.
Monday, unless Tony's too hungover.
No. I'll be fine Monday
The
morning.
espresso martinis, dude.
May I have one Monday morning?
But yeah, no, there'll be one Monday. And speaking of Mondays, you were kind of alluding to this. You don't think we're going to be in for a treat for Monday Night Football this evening, Michael?
Nah, I think that's a complete mismatch, honestly, man.
It's
Really,
interesting,
dude?
though. I just feel like when was the last time though the Chiefs actually really laid it on somebody though? I feel like it's been a while, though.
Yeah.
That's hard to determine, Brian.
No, it is.
I mean, look at all these dubs this year. I mean,
is everything like
within 7 points?
10 points with San Francisco, right? But then everything else. I mean,
yeah, with
so
yeah.
And it's like you beat the Raiders by 7, so the spread for this is 9 against the Bucks, who you would say is
better,
a better team, but they have all these
injuries. I know, dude. You almost think like if Bucks are healthy, this is like a tough win.
They might lose. The Chiefs might lose.
Yeah, exactly.
If the Bucks are healthy.
Yeah, it would be a tough win for the Chiefs to get. But dude,
what's your prediction here, Michael?
I think it's gonna be Chiefs 26, Bucks 16. The Chiefs take care of them. No,
I mean that's
problem.
not crazy.
That's not crazy.
But I just feel like this backdoor cover thing is coming, and I hope it doesn't because I want to go 3-0 for the Picks.
I know. I hope so too. But I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Baker's tough.
This was your pick.
Hey, I mean, we've done pretty good with the picks so far.
Yeah, we've done great. We've done great, dude.
At least we're not like Kev do giving excuses of why the picks aren't hitting, right?
Yeah.
What?
Do you think I can? Do you think we could do a sports report on the 11th?
Which is the Monday?
Which is the Monday?
Yeah.
It's
Next,
7 days from now.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be here in
Yeah, we'll
studio.
be here.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll come then.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Dope. Let's go.
You better do your homework. You better do your homework, Michael.
Yeah.
Also, Barnes,
Come prepared.
Come on.
Yep. Want to add another thing that third check view out of George's out of the Cove looks so nice.
Who is it?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What about the view at George's by the Cove?
Oh.
Or at the Cove?
Yeah, the third deck. Yeah, looks nice.
Now, but you've never have you ever passed by there or anything, Michael?
No. The furthest south I've been in California was Laguna Beach.
Oh, okay. So you've never been to San Diego? I didn't realize that.
Nope.
Oh,
no, sir.
Gotcha.
Gotta get your butt out there, man.
Yeah. Highly recommend it, Michael. Highly.
You're right down there.
Yeah. But let's see. And then I guess other than that, what's your thoughts on the Lakers so far?
Well, I'm not happy with how they handled that game against the Suns about a week ago. I'm not happy.
And what happened there?
So basically, LeBron missed a easy free throw on purpose with when he's down by 2, and then they do stupid things, and then the Suns get the ball to make the last 3 free throws, and they fuck that up.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's early on with Redick.
Tough teams, man.
4-2 so far. But I have to say, I think this season comes down to if Anthony Davis is going to play 70-plus games again, then I think they're going to be a lot better regular season team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's averaging already. Again, it's only 6 games, but 31 points, 12 rebounds, 1.8 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, that's going to get it done for sure.
Well, Barnes, let's just hope the Lakers can beat the tough teams on the road. I hope they could.
Yeah. This Western Conference, as we
Me
would
too.
say, is a gauntlet, Michael. An absolute
Gauntlet.
gauntlet.
Stacked. The West
Um,
is stacked.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Full slate tonight, with everyone off tomorrow. So
Yeah.
the Lakers have a cupcake game against Detroit. So you just want to see them.
They have to
impose
win
their
that
will.
game.
Have to. No choice.
They
Have
cannot
to.
lose this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So
And I mean, is Detroit on the back-to-back, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, they beat
but
the
the Nets.
Nets.
Beat them, which is actually kind of.
Well, they beat the Nets.
They beat the Nets, which is kind of
Impressive.
crazy.
Dude, they had to take like the train to the game because of the marathon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. What was that, Michael?
By the way, another thing about George at the Cove is that I thought picture where him on the third deck where you see a line of palm trees just lining up like with the Pacific in the background.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I think Michael Butka
Gorgeous.
is him at Georgia at the Cove is like Joe Davis calling Justin Jefferson's catch. Like, that's what it's gonna be like.
What? No. What is that supposed to mean, Barnes?
No, it
Huh?
means that's how excited you're gonna
You're
be.
excited.
Justin Jefferson.
Well, I mean, well, you can't be good at seafood out there.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
deal with the shrimp, by the way, dude?
Yeah, come on.
What the hell is
Michael.
that
give
about?
Give it another shot. Come
I'm
on.
a shrimp
Come
guy,
on.
guys.
Well,
I'm a big fucking shrimp guy.
when's the last time you tried a shrimp?
Never.
Well,
You've never tried one?
if you don't
No.
try, how could you know?
Yeah,
Michael?
come on, you gotta try it,
How
dude.
could you know? That's my question. But that's your homework assignment.
Yeah.
That's your homework assignment. But yeah, no, great call, Michael. We appreciate you calling in, and I guess we'll see you next week.
That's right, dude. Yeah, you stay safe
Awesome.
out there,
And,
Michael.
Barnes, wait. Are there any sports going on tomorrow night? Will you be watching any sports tomorrow night?
Tuesday night?
Tuesday night,
Rangers, perhaps?
No, the Rangers are off. There's a full NHL slate though.
There you
Yeah,
go.
tomorrow night.
What's that?
Yeah. So you'll be watching sports.
Actually, I'm probably just gonna be watching like Netflix or something because I'm
Really,
gonna be over
dude?
Sam's. Yeah.
Ah.
Plus, I'll start watching more like national hockey games,
Right.
but I haven't just hasn't worked out with the schedule.
Right.
We're gonna talk hockey in a second, but it's like it was annoying that the game yesterday was on a Sunday with the Rangers.
I know, like, that's
it was
stupid
Saturday.
scheduling.
It would,
I know.
have been great.
And it was an early game, too, like
Snooze.
prime, like 1 o'clock games,
Oh,
dude.
my
I
God,
know,
that was
dude.
so annoying.
It's all right.
Hey Barnes.
Yes.
Hey Barnes. Have you stayed at the Beverly Hills hotel?
No, but I walked through there. Iconic,
Oh, it's
Michael.
so sick there,
Iconic.
man.
And then the best part is we were with a
It's
group of
sick there.
people and they started going on the megaphone. Get off the driveway. Get off the driveway.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't
That's
know.
actually kind of funny.
Beverly Hills?
What's that?
Where is this? Is Beverly?
Beverly Hills
Beverly
Hotel. Yeah.
Hills?
Pink
I
building.
love Beverly Hills. Man.
Yeah. The
It's sick.
Polo Club, Michael. The Polo Club.
And of course, you can't forget about Rodeo Drive.
Yes.
Love Rodeo. I
Iconic.
love Rodeo Drive. It's
Iconic,
so
dude.
sad.
I think if we wanted to, Tony, right? We could just go all day about
All
this.
day, Rodeo Drive,
day,
Beverly
all
Hills, 90210.
But once again, Michael, thank you. And
Of course.
we will talk
And-
soon, okay?
Sounds good. And a good talk we had this morning, by the way.
Yes.
Great
Michael.
talk, great
Yes,
talk.
Great talk. Great
Good
conversation.
shit, buddy.
The
Let's go.
one, the only Michael Butka, Tony. What a call.
Just
have
like that.
To say, have to say. So,
Good sports in there.
oh yeah. But back to the gridiron here. I think we pretty much know, Vikings have an opportunity here. Be a playoff team. What will they do? We'll see. We obviously just got to watch out for the turnovers with Darnold.
Yeah,
As far as the Colts are concerned, I kind of think they're going to go back to Anthony Richardson sooner than later, especially if they lose another game here. I mean, what is the purpose? I mean, maybe they could say, we're disappointed, we want to move on, but it's like, if you're going to move on, then why wouldn't you just at least just see if he could do something here with the remaining games? No,
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, again, like with Joe here, it just doesn't really make any
It's
sense.
over, Joe.
Like at this point, yeah, it's like, he came into this game and whatever you were anticipating or relying on him to spark up, he did not, spark up.
I think he did
Spark up.
but he didn't spark up the team. And then they're going to be home to the Bills this week, which hard to see them winning that game. The Jets, okay, we all know they can win that game. Anybody can win that game. But then they have the Lions as well. So it's just like, I don't see how they're a playoff team. Sure, you want to say, well, they finish up with Patriots, Broncos, Titans, Giants. I understand that. So maybe that was the thought process. But it just, I don't know. It's
tough, dude.
And then in the AFC too, like, we were talking about the NFC playoff picture. The AFC, I just don't think there's enough room for the Colts either.
No, I mean, absolutely not. Oh, no. I mean, when you think about wild card teams, I mean, you have, a couple coming out of the North. And then, I mean,
no, because look at this. So we have our 4 divisions and then 3 wildcard teams. So right now, 3 wildcard teams: Baltimore, Los Angeles, Denver. Okay. And then after that, you have at 4 and 5, Indy, Cincinnati. And then at 3 and 6, the Jets. But I would say, I mean, listen, anything can happen, but there's no way I feel that Cincinnati doesn't grab that 7th spot over Denver and over Indianapolis, and unfortunately over the New York Jets.
Damn.
Right? I mean, how else does it go?
So, I mean, obviously, yeah, from the North, you'll have Steelers, Ravens, and then I guess you're saying Bengals. Yep. Chargers?
No, but the Chargers are the 6 right now.
Chargers are the 6, right now. Okay.
I'm sure the Chargers, but I just think Harbaugh, we've seen it. Harbaugh has a track record for a reason,
Yeah, dude, that's tough right now.
So yeah, I just think, but I think that just speaks to the point, though. There's just no point in not playing Anthony Richardson, even if you want to get rid of him, because if you think he's that bad, then why wouldn't you want to just lose all these games anyway? And if he happens to be good, there you go. Then you answered your question.
Yeah, no, you're totally right, dude.
So it'd be interesting. And I'm just taking a look here at the Chargers schedule. So Titans, Bengals, Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs. So got 4 tough games there, but then the Bucks, Broncos, Patriots, Raiders to finish out. So I mean, I think they're a 10-win team. I think, right?
The Chargers, yeah,
5 more wins
at best.
Titans is 6. And then you want to say
6,
Bucks 7, Broncos 8, Patriots 9, Raiders 10, and then they just lose 4 games in a row in between. So hopefully they can bounce back from that, right? But
dude,
also they could beat Cincinnati. They definitely could beat the Falcons, and then I think the Chiefs and the Ravens might be a little tough.
Yeah, I know Chiefs and the Ravens could be tough. I mean, I could also see them. I don't know, like maybe losing to the Falcons though, and I don't know.
But also beating them.
But also beating. I could also see them possibly dropping the game against the Broncos. Honestly, like Bo Nix maybe.
But then they also could beat the Chiefs though.
They could, yeah, exactly. I mean,
might be due for a loss by then.
True, and you gotta I mean, not for nothing. Like Herbert looked really good against the Browns. I know it's the Browns, whatever, but again, you would think Browns good defense. He was chopping it up, dude. It was making their secondary look foolish. So,
yeah.
Like Herbert maybe coming to his own.
Yeah. No, I'm a believer in the Chargers with that defense, with Harbaugh, with Herbert. Couple more here. Josh B says Tony is there too, Butkus. Say hi to Tony. Jay Bird, Chiefs by 2 TDs. Josh B, KC never covers the big spread. Seems a little TCA slanted, if I may ask.
I think so, dude. And speaking of which, they're 1-2 right now.
1-2, and we're 2-0.
So
we already won the week. We already picked the big game, regardless of anything. Oh yeah, just Chiefs.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about boiler rooms and corporate and 4 a.m. wake ups, Tony.
Oh wow!
Because I just think with our picks, we're not. Our research is just what we consume on a regular basis. We're not doing anything extra here. And the fact that our record is what it is, which actually, what is it, dude? I mean, I have it on the thing, but.
Our research, dude.
Oh man, but I have it right here. But just let me just see this.
Yeah, I had it written down a couple weeks ago. I know I think you've been doing a good job updating the group chat.
No, I have it right here. I just wasn't
just
right
get to
there,
it, dude. Just
but 15-9, so we're 17-9, and then they are now 12-14-1. Versus 17-9, maybe 18-9. Come on, Tony, right?
That is tough, dude. But we were once in that position. Although I don't think we were. I feel like we were within a couple games of them, right? How badly did we get beat by them last year?
I think it was like a lot, like a ton.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Never mind then. Well, tables have turned.
Yeah, absolutely,
right, dude?
Absolutely. But yeah. So I guess Josh B says, here we go. the only thing we have left here to do is a Monday Night Football frenzy.
You're absolutely right, dude. Another week of Monday Night Football. We got the solo game. We know the deal. We've been talking about it here. We are in Arrowhead at Kansas City, vice versa, whatever. Tampa Bay +9 here on the spread. Josh doesn't believe Kansas City covers those big spreads. The over-under is 45.5. The Bucks, obviously top 2 receivers down. The Chiefs undefeated. But like Brian said, it feels like they're still missing something. Is this the game maybe the Chiefs kind of pull away here?
I kind of think so. I mean, I just think Todd Bowles, I was listening to Ira Kaufman, who's been a longtime Tampa reporter for years. He always goes on with Mad Dog. He said Bowles' job is in trouble. The defense is a mess. Bucky Irving's questionable for this game. Chris Godwin's out for the year. Mike Evans isn't playing. So I just know, Baker's determined, jacked up, whatever, but I just think playing in Arrowhead, different animal. And I know Josh B was talking about the Chiefs not covering spreads, which is a good point. But I just think this is like the big explosive win that we haven't seen from the Chiefs. Really, it feels like in over a year. But I think it gets done tonight. I think Mahomes finally has 360, 4 touchdowns. I mean, just one of those type of performances. Kareem Hunt maybe adds 100 on the ground. And finally, the Chiefs have a route. I'm going to say the Chiefs are going to win this football game 42-21. So doubling up the Bucks, possibly ending Todd Bowles' tenure in Tampa. So it's going to be the Chiefs, and it's going to be the over. What do you think, Tony?
Listen, I'm gonna say Chiefs. All right, listen, Chiefs are gonna win here. Do they cover? I know I'm gonna go with our bet. Why not? Let's fucking go. I say Chiefs cover. It's Mahomes. I mean, I think why not, dude? It's the breakout game here. They need it. They're overdue. I know it sounds crazy. Chiefs are 7-0, and they're due for a big victory, which is just ridiculous. But I think the Bucks, it's just going to be too much for Baker to handle. I'm a big Baker guy, but I've seen it so far. The injuries seem to be weighing on his shoulders. He's forcing throws. He's not on par with some of the receivers he has to throw to right now. And I just don't think their run game is going to do enough against the Chiefs defense to give them any shot of winning. Buck just said it with the low scoring for the Bucks. I think it's Chiefs 24, Bucks 10, Chiefs. Let's go.
Just like that. That is your Monday Night Football frenzy.
I hope it's going to be more competitive, though.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's all we got.
Baker deserves it, dude.
Tight
for Christ's
hockey
sake.
slate. NBA, we're still waiting to pick up, like we've been waiting for the last couple of years.
Yep.
And then Josh
B yelling at Matthew Ryan.
Playing into the Matthew Ryan.
Matthew Ryan, get realistic. Josh B's tight now. He's getting tripped about the fucking picks. And now Matthew Ryan's in the air. He's getting even more angry. What's he going to do Monday Night Football? The matchup sucks. He's got to make dinner for the family.
Yeah.
The chicken, the ground turkey.
But the thing is, it doesn't suck for us because we want to see that dominant Chief win, the 3-0. And secure in our future, right?
Oh, yeah, dude.
So hopefully it's compelling tonight. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle, quick, hit Cameron. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink wide! Made the full split save!
Are you kidding me? Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy!
David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
All right. So New York Rangers 2 for 2 this past weekend in games 1. Starting on Friday night at the Garden, 2-1. So maybe not
That's right.
the decisive
Ottawa.
victory we had in mind against Ottawa. But as we like to say, a win is a win is a win.
That's right.
This is a game where they led 1-0 after the first period by a goal by Artemi Panarin, his 7th. So that gave him 1-0 lead. Igor locked down as he always is. No goals in the second. Laffy adds one in the third for comfort on a power play. So 2-0. And then with about 7.5 minutes remaining, Adam Gaudette with his 5th goal of the season for Ottawa, 2-1. But Igor honing in, I believe it was 40 saves, so 40 of 41 here. And it's just one of those games where you just look at it and it's a gritty win. That's the type of wins you need to have. I mean, I don't know, what more you could take away from it than that. I mean, I don't think there's anything like that disappointing. You could say, oh, you wanted some more goals, but I mean, not every game you're going to win 5-1 or 6-2, right? I mean,
yeah, no, you're totally right. I mean, you want to think maybe about getting more shots on net would be great. Yeah. I mean, it just seemed like maybe Rangers come out here and they're thinking, all right, it's Ottawa, pushover, whatever. Ottawa had 41 shots on goal, it says here. Rangers 18. I mean, like, you got to figure that out a little bit more. Obviously, you're a bit more efficient with your shot selection. Panarin, it seems like every other game now, it's just goals out of him, which is pretty solid. We're talking more about him from yesterday's game as well. The Lafreniere goal was sick on the power play. That was your second power play unit as well. That was Hedl, Laffy, and I don't even know who else, but Hedl had a phenomenal feed to Lafreniere. Literally, like, Lafreniere didn't have to shoot it. Like, Hedl, like, almost bounced it off of Lafreniere's stick. Kind of crazy. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Igor really flexed his muscles with the 40 saves and 41 shots. And, you did a good job in, keeping Ottawa off the scoreboard during the power play. 0 for 5 on the power play, but it's like, wait a minute, like, they're getting 5 power play opportunities. Rangers got to bump that down a little bit. But it's like, we'll get to Sunday's game. So like you said, I mean, this game, is a win, dude. You were on to next game, and they took care of business in their next game, Brian.
Yes, absolutely. A decisive 5-2 victory at the Garden yesterday, a game that should have been scheduled for Saturday, but I rest my case there. But it was a game that, you never trailed. You start out with a shorthanded goal in the first period. Chris Kreider, his 7th, so made it 1-0. Vinny T, been a little quiet to start the season, gets his 3rd goal only about a minute and a half into the second, so that made it 2-0. The grizzled vet, Casey Cizikas, answering back for the Isles, made it 2-1. But then Panarin, a little past midway through the second period, his 8th goal of the year on a power play, so 3-1. Brock Nelson right before the horn, 3-2. So you're thinking, like, what's going to happen here?
Yep.
But then Adam Edstrom, the young buck, Tony, with his first goal of the season, 4-2 Rangers, and then Artie on an empty net with 3.5 minutes left. You don't usually see that too much. Made it 5-2, and that was the margin that the Rangers win by. And if I'm not mistaken, right, this is the first. Is this the first game since the Stadium Series or no?
First game since the Stadium. Yeah. But
or did they play again after that?
I want to say they played again.
They might have played once.
Yeah, I think they did
once or twice. But I just like the fact that I think Igor's numbers weren't the best against the Islanders, but I think that's changing now.
Yeah, I mean, 35 saves here. Obviously, gave up those 2 goals, but I mean, you had great support. I guess the Islanders did show some great offensive prowess. I guess 37 shots on goal. But hey, I mean, the Rangers picked up their shot attempts as well. I mean, going from 18 against Ottawa, you're like, hey, you should fix that. Oh, well, Sunday they get 40, which is great. And obviously netting 5 goals there and starting that off too with Kreider shorthanded. I mean, it just seems right. A Kreider, the patented shorthanded goal, get some stuff going. You mentioned Artie. I mean, he's just been a force to be reckoned with. And Mika picking up 3 assists is awesome. But I mean, your penalty kill has obviously been killing it. Literally, you're 10 for 10 on the PK on the weekend, dude. Like, that's awesome. I
mean, how much better can you get?
You literally can. I mean, that's perfect right there. And you're 1 for 3. So I guess you're 2 for 5 on the power play for the weekend in terms of scoring. So that's efficient enough. And it just seems like Rangers are humming right now. And not for nothing. I mean, the Islanders, Sorokin isn't a bad goaltender. He's someone who can, really stuff a team up. It is tough. I believe, what's his name?
Varlamov?
No, Barzal on the Islanders.
Barzal.
I think left is on the long-term IR, I think now.
Wow. Do you know upper body, lower body type of thing?
Yeah, I didn't see the play or anything. This is Brock Nelson. That's interesting.
Oh, I thought you were looking at Barzal for a
second. No, I mean, I thought I did. Where is he? Matthew Barzal. Let's look it up. Do a little research, Matthew Barzal. Let's see. News. Barzal suffered injury blows. Oh, geez. Brutal. Matthew Barzal. Islanders sorted through the injury records and won't like what they found. List of injuries. Comes to Sunday's clash. Rangers, whatever. Yep. Long-term IR Saturday. Timeline of 4 to 6 weeks. The team has announced. Who appeared to suffer a jaw injury when a puck caught him in the face Friday night.
Wow.
There we go, dude. So that kind of sucks. Upper body, yep. And then, but still bad news. Mike Riley also day-to-day upper body injury. Jordan Greenway ended his night early on Friday as well. It's tough, dude. I mean, Barzal. It says here it gives the Islanders some extra cap flexibility. But still, I mean, he's gonna miss like 4 to 6 weeks, dude. So that's kind of tough, dude.
Yeah, and a team that already feels like it's in shambles, no?
Yeah. That is for sure, dude. Anthony Duclair already, he's injured as well. Out until the 14th at minimum. I mean, it could bode for some tough sledding here for the Fishermen.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like I said, I want to see them neck and neck with us. I think that would just make things really interesting. And just doesn't feel like we're headed towards that. And it seems like, are we headed towards, for the second time in his coaching career, Patrick Waugh getting canned? I mean, that's what it kind of feels like.
I mean, we've seen some times where like these really good players just don't translate well as a coach.
Yeah.
But
like, is it him? Is it the organization? I mean,
a little bit of both, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the Islanders like front office or GM, but you would think.
Do they still have Lou Amarillo? Hasn't he?
Do they?
I feel like they have to, because I feel like he's been there for a long time.
Been there forever. Let's see. Lou Amarillo. Yeah, President Hockey Operations.
Yeah, figured. But it just seems like ever since Barry Trotz was let go, Tony, that it's just been a backpedal.
Yeah. No, it certainly has been a backpedal for the Islanders, and obviously these injuries are not going to help anyone.
No,
continue
absolutely
the backpedal.
Not.
Stalled.
And I mean, when you look at the Rangers so far, they played 11 games, they've won 8 of them. I mean, this is what you were looking to see. Any concerns? Or, I mean, is it kind of just status quo? Let's go. And we look like we're ready to kind of have a similar season to the one we had last year, other than we're hoping to, make it over that hump.
Of course. I think it is kind of status quo. I mean, they haven't won. They haven't lost. They haven't gone on a losing streak. They've it's like a 1 loss and then right back at it, so they've just been gritty. They know exactly what their roles are, it seems. They have definitely looked better than they had last season, I mean, for one to start the year, I mean, just the fact that Igor is just totally dialed in. And you just hope he keeps that focus all year long, because if he keeps doing this, I mean, it's going to be really hard for teams to score against the Rangers, and they get really frustrated. So, obviously, it will be interesting to see, next time you do see the Panthers, because obviously that's the team with the target on their back, obviously returning champs here. But until then, I mean, just keep working on your game. I mean, Buffalo, on what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Buffalo, and then Winnipeg, and then San Jose.
Kind of crazy that they have this many off days again.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Okay, Detroit at Detroit, and then home for those 2 games. So yeah, the scheduling, I mean, just that's a bad job.
Yeah.
If you had the game Saturday. Oh, well, I guess they couldn't have had the game. Well, I guess did they ever go Friday, Saturday back to back, or no? Or it doesn't.
Oh, sometimes, yeah.
I was gonna say that's how they could have had it Saturday, because I forgot they had the game Friday.
Yeah. But still, I mean, they could have done that, and it would have been like a Jonathan Quick spot. Like, totally fine with that.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of no Rangers, and I feel like we do that every year. Like, why? I mean, good for them, I guess, getting some time off, whatever, dude. But again, obviously, take care of business against Buffalo, take care of business against Detroit. Winnipeg's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a good test, because obviously Hellbuck is good. Kyle Connor, I think, is maybe 9 goals in the season, tied with Panarin as well. So like that's gonna be maybe a little like next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. You fucking circle that for a good matchup. Like,
and
that's
going to be circling it. Me and Matthew going.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, to that one.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
That's going to be like a great matchup, man.
Yeah.
You guys are getting for some good hockey.
Yeah, no, I'm riled about that one, because usually the Canadian teams, there's not as much like interest,
right?
But I just feel like Winnipeg it's looked for real.
The
honestly.
Jets, dude.
Yeah,
yeah.
Rooting against
the Jets, dude. And you'll hear the Canadian national anthem. It'll be a good time, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But they don't do that just for every game. It's just if it's a
Just when
Canadian
they're
team.
just when
Oh,
it's a
for some
Canadian
reason
team.
I thought because of all of like the Canadian hockey players,
Right,
in the
right.
NHL that they did that, but that's
No.
not the case.
That is not the case, dude.
Yeah, and they're actually. I was just looking at this from the scores from yesterday. They won again, 7-4 at
So
home against
dominant.
the Lightning, so 11-1. And the Lightning kind of surprising at 7-5. I mean, that's obviously not buried, but I think we thought they'd have a better start. But they are just a machine right now. The Jets, that is, and then the Bruins 2-0 over the Kraken. So
classic.
a much needed win there. They're 6-1. The Hurricanes 4-2 over the Capitals. That one had to feel good. Because the Capitals, as we saw last week when the Rangers played them, are definitely a tough matchup. But they win 4-2. So I think there was some concern in Carolina. You lose Gensel. What's going on? They end up bringing back the head coach, and they're off to a pretty good start here.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of good starts, the Wild 8-1-2.
How about that?
2-1 overtime winners over the Maple Leafs, who are only 6-5. But it is interesting, with a team of grizzled vets, the Wild have played really well. And they get the game winner from Boldy there to win 2-1. So be interesting to see as the season goes on if they remain, one of the top teams. One of the top teams from last year has had a uneven start so far, but 4-2 Oilers over the Flames, and that is a rivalry game, right? I forgot what they
Battle of Alberta.
Battle of Alberta. So 4-2 in that one. So the Oilers 6-5-1, the Flames 6-5-1, and what was it? The Flames were 5-0 to start the season.
They were. That's wild, right? Extinguished real quick, dude.
Yeah. And I kind of knew it. I mean, it's just Huber, dude. Jeez,
Yeah, I know it is crazy because they really did get off to that hot start, and you're thinking, all right, like this was the team that was supposed to be here like 2 seasons ago. But I mean, again, they got to figure it out. I mean, I guess you want to look at that game. Obviously, Oilers, like they're obviously nothing short of great here, but yeah, I guess maybe some better defense, better goaltending, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, you think 31 shots on goal here. The hits are pretty even. Face-off one pretty even. You were 1 for 2 in the power play. You were 2 for 3 on the PK. Like, I don't know. Maybe Vladar is a little bit of your problem, but I mean, again, he saved 27 saves there on 30 shot attempts, maybe. But I don't know. I mean, the Flames had Markstrom. I liked Markstrom. Whatever, they got rid of him, so I don't know. I mean, they were going to rely on Vladar. That's fine, but
it just seems like it's a rebuild, obviously.
Yeah, it's like, but like one of those like half in the door rebuilds.
Yeah, we got some vets.
Because it's like, we could, but we also should get someone. But
not good.
I know it's
not
just
good.
like so weird, dude.
So that's interesting. And 2 teams that I would say are rebuilding, but definitely have some hope for the future. The Blackhawks and the Ducks. They played in Anaheim last night. 4-2 Chicago. So they are now 5-7-1 on the season. Bedard, I believe it was 3 assists in this one. So he has 9 on the season so far. Teravainen, his 4th with the power play. What's the deal with Teravainen? Is he a younger player or like what's his
Teravainen? I mean, he came over from Carolina. And then
he's 30. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he was on Buffalo first too. So yeah, he's been in the league for a little while.
Chicago first, then Carolina, now back to Chicago.
Oh, interesting. Chicago was first. Interesting.
1,
Chicago
2,
does that, dude.
3, 4. 4 times he said 20 goals in a season.
All right.
Not great.
Was one of them with Carolina?
With Carolina, 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
All with Carolina.
So and then 1 with all with Carolina. Yeah.
So it's interesting. So here we go. I don't know. I mean, good for him, I guess, but Chicago is weird.
I mean, I know he doesn't have help, and obviously 3 assists in this one. That's good. But I know, and we probably don't see that much of him. But I mean, what's your thoughts on Bedard's start so far? coupling 3 goals so far this year, 9 assists.
Right.
And, his rookie. I mean, obviously he's 19 years old, playing on a terrible team.
Yeah, I mean, he's figuring. He's doing good with what he has. I mean, again, you want to talk about his youth. I mean, I'm looking at the 3 stars here. I mean, Taylor Hall. I mean, again, maybe the Blackhawks are surrounding him with the veteran Seth Jones. I mean, that's great. But I mean, I feel like you got to get like just better players. I mean, I guess I don't know much about the other forwards here. But I don't know. Bertuzzi's all right. Nick Foligno, I get him off the team. Pat Maroon should probably retire as well. So I don't know, dude. I think, you can do a lot here. Alex Vlasic, younger guy. I guess he was a dude from San Jose here, but it's just like TJ Brody, like again, Seth Jones, I mentioned. Alec Martinez, 37 years old. You got to figure it out. And then also, like, I mean, your goaltending, you have a lot to figure out, I suppose. I guess you have, Peter Mrazek, who's been around, Lauren Brousseau, who I guess, I don't know. I've heard his name a few times, probably big spots here for Chicago, I guess. But I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like other than Bedard, I mean, like, what really are you doing? It was kind of mishmash of players here. And I don't know. I mean, they gotta build something around Bedard.
Yeah.
This guy, Andreas Athanasa, whatever, he's all right. Donato's all right too, but I don't know, man. I mean, they got to figure out what they're doing.
And there's no younger player on this roster that's highly touted other than him, or
other than Bedard. I mean, I'm trying to think here. Joey Anderson at 26. I don't know, dude. Haven't really. Third round pick by New Jersey. No, I guess not, dude.
Wow.
Nolan Allen, he's 21. Let's see where he was from. All right, for a 32nd overall pick by Chicago in 2021. So, I mean, he's a first rounder, but I mean, I guess spent his first 3-4 seasons in the minors.
Yeah. So,
like,
needless
obviously,
to say, needs some help.
This is his first actual year. So it's like,
well,
I don't know, man. I mean, figure it out, dude. I mean, I feel like the guys you have Taylor Hall, I guess, is someone who you can be like, yo, like you're helping out Bedard. But I mean, again, if your other veteran players, I guess Teravainen, sure. But again, I mean, back on Chicago, wasn't that phenomenal with Chicago to begin with? I guess that's cool. He's got the experience from Carolina for sure. But like, again, like Pat Maroon, I guess maybe cup experience with Tampa Bay, but like, what is he doing for you? He's your third liner. He's a big boy. He doesn't have speed. Like, you got to build more speed around Bedard.
Yeah.
Is really what you need. Obviously he's probably your fastest guy, which is probably why he's getting all these assists too, because he's blowing past everyone and getting the puck out to someone else. That's what you need someone doing for Bedard. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like the Blackhawks too. I mean, especially, I mean, obviously storied franchise here. Me growing up, dominant, Taves, Kane, Corey Crawford. Yeah, the Cups. Like they can get back to it, but it's like ownership has got to like figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And, this year, I mean, 5-7, given the roster, probably isn't too bad. But
I mean, what were they like? Last year, they were like 0-8 to start the year, or whatever it was. Like, so it is a step up in the right direction. And you're going to see that from Bedard just having more experience here. But, it's not wasted.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to put the team on his back.
That's for sure.
And I guess the thought with the schedule tonight for the NHL, as there's only 2 games, was, with the NBA off tomorrow, let's load up the schedule tomorrow. I think, you still could have had a couple more games here today, but we have 2, so that's enough to do a Monday night Frozen Frenzy.
First game here, actually pretty solid matchup if you ask me. A couple teams here that Brian has some stock in. The Kings at 6-3-3 are visiting the Nashville Predators at 4-6-1. LA on the money line, Brian, plus 120. LA is coming off a stifling shutout loss against who? The Blackhawks. Go figure. Over under here is 6.5. The Predators coming off their win, that emphatic victory, 5-2 against the Avalanche. You think Forsberg, Saros, and the Predators here have what it takes to take down the Kings?
I'm not going to lie. This is so difficult here because I think, the Kings are the better team. And, you know about me with picking against Nashville or picking with Nashville. Either way, it just seems to not work out, which is obviously tough. So, I honestly... I don't have conviction either way, but I guess just from the fact that I feel like the Kings are better, that they'll be able to get it done. So give me Kopitar. Let's say 2 goals and an assist. I think this is going to be an under game, and I think the Kings win 3-2. So the Kings and the under.
I like that there, dude. I like the under call as well. It's interesting. Saros is great. I believe the Kings relying on Rittich here. Looks like Darcy's on the IR. Estimated return date actually is today, so maybe they'll play him. I don't know. But I'm going to go with the Kings as well. I think that, did you say over or under?
Under.
I'm going to go with the over, I think. Kopitar, 13 points through these first, 12 games here so far. Alex Laferriere as well has been scoring a lot. We know about, Quinn Byfield. Big night from him tonight. I think 2 goals and assists coming from him, which is surprising. Predators, Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly can do well, I think, but off night here for the Tenders. I say Kings at the end of the day win this game. I'll say 5-3. Give me Kings and the over for that one. Josh B, pay attention here. Next game, we're going to Edmonton. Speaking of Canada, the Oilers are taking on the Devils, Brian. Devils here -125 here on the road, over under 6.5. I mentioned Jacob Markstrom coming over from Calgary here. He's in the Devils now. Devils just lost to Calgary 3-0, getting shut out. That's kind of funny. Oilers, believe it or not, their last game was beating Calgary 4-2. There's a lot of parallels here, Brian. What do you foresee with Draisaitl and McDavid tonight, dude?
You know, I think it's just one of those things. Sometimes the bookmakers, the bettors, Devils -130. I understand Edmonton is on the back-to-back. But the whole thing here is I just feel like they are a better team than New Jersey.
Yep.
And I know Markstrom was a good ad. But I think Edmonton's better. Their slow start, all of a sudden, they've won 4 out of 5, and 4 of those games that they've played have been on the road. So they're back now. They're back home. I think everybody's fired up there. I think this is an over game, especially with Edmonton, the back-to-back, the backup tender. But I think it's Edmonton 6-3 here. McDavid has been a little quiet in terms of finding the back of the net. I think the hat trick, just for Josh B here, but it's the Oilers and it's the over.
Yeah, I think you're probably right here. I think a big stat here for the Devils. I think they're 3rd in the league in terms of penalty minutes served. That means you're going to see McDavid and Draisaitl on the ice with a man advantage. That's not good. I think they end up edging out the Devils here. I'll say maybe 6-3, 5-3. Regardless, give me Oilers and the over, Brian.
And just like that, that is your frozen Monday night frenzy.
Definitely a shorty, dude.
Yeah. So at least the big slate to look forward to tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a long frenzy tomorrow, buddy.
Yes. And obviously, like I mentioned, first, Josh B says waiting for my money back.
Tony Puck picks.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, let's go, dude. I mean, what did I say? Did I say give me the Kings and the over, right? That was
Kings
the bet.
and the over,
Kings and the over. All right. You want your money back? There it is.
That is how you do it. And pretty much I was going to mention, the whole league in action for NBA tonight, but just, locally looking at this, the Knicks are in Houston here, 1.5 point road favorites over the Rockets. So 3-2 so far. I think, up to this point, a question of, what the team chemistry is looking like. But also, actually, I'm looking at this. Who is out? Because I guess the Knicks opened up as 10.5 point favorites. But it's like, who's not playing?
Open at -10.5. Now they're -1.5.
Yeah, isn't that? I don't know if I've ever seen that for an NBA game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it says here Cameron Payne, game time. Kevin McCullough, game time. Precious Achiuwa is out, but he's been out. So is Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, and he's been out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Did something happen?
I mean, not that I'm aware of. Let's see. Nothing with Towns, right?
Yeah, are they sitting Towns maybe? 2 hours ago, Knicks expect to be in the mix, right, for Giannis.
Maybe it's 1.5 because some guys have to sit out because they're going to get traded for Giannis.
That's wild. I mean, that's the only thing you can think of, right? Like guys are going to be sitting.
I just, I think it would be great to get Giannis, but I don't know. I mean, it's just like, what are you giving up for him, Because is it so worth it if it's Bridges and Towns, you think? Or
I mean, I think if Towns is in the mix, I think that's fine.
I'm saying if you go Bridges too, but then it's like you have Jalen, Giannis, and then Josh Hart and Anunoby.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how much at that point, because you gave away so much, like how much
better
is this team like kind of really looking.
I think if you could get rid of Towns or Bridges solely with picks and maybe a Miles McBride or something, then it makes sense. But
yeah.
Otherwise, I think, net, I don't know if the team is stronger,
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's really interesting. That's wild. I guess I just inked a two-way center here. 7-footer out of Germany. Interesting.
Yeah, I saw that. Have you watched any Knicks so far?
No, not really.
Yeah,
I really should.
Yeah, but I think once the days line up better, I think it's just been bad timing with like baseball playoffs, football games, the Rangers, right?
I know. I'm like, oh, tonight, but it's like football's on tonight.
Yeah, Baker, your guy.
Baker, I know. Definitely gonna watch that. Knicks are playing at 8:45.
Yeah, in Houston, Central Time Zone.
It's tough, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it, I guess.
Yeah. We'll have to.
Kind of crazy.
We'll have to see what happens.
Well, I mean, what do you like at the end of the day? Do you want you don't want Giannis on the Knicks?
No, I do, but I just think you get to almost a period, and obviously he's a better player than him. But it's like with Carmelo, when like you just completely chop up the team to get him. Josh B saying, or Tony's goalie save picks. What's the goalie save picks? Is your over under for saves? Is that like a prop on FanDuel?
Oh, I get. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's actually funny. He just texted us. He's putting that parlay in.
Oh, just a
Kings of the over. Like, let's go, dude.
I think I kind of want to do it too. Put it to test, and then if it doesn't hit.
Oh, he's saying like we can call it Tony's goalie save picks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I kind of like Tony puck picks.
Puck picks are cool. Nice.
TPP.
And then Michael Butka says, one day let's take a coast trip from Northern to Southern California, starting in San Francisco for Giants Yankees, then driving away to Southern California after 2 days in Northern. We can easily stay in the tight-knit community of Pebble Beach.
So easy.
Easy. Oh, golf for free.
Let us right in, dude.
You kidding me?
Come on in.
Nancel hook it up. You used to have a house there.
Dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's really where we're at right now. I'm guessing, there'll be something to talk about with the Yankees tomorrow because that 5 o'clock deadline with Cole.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's just they're trying to right now like redo the contract where there maybe is some deferrals or less money this year, easier to sign for Soto. But I just think it's one of those things where if they can't do that, that they'll just simply, go follow the framework of the original deal. I mean, I know some people are talking about the age and like, is this a way out? And I understand normally a pitcher at age 34, you don't give him top money for 5 years. But I just think there's something to, he's proven it. You know what he is. He's thrown 99 in the World Series, and you bring in someone else. Oh, Corbin Burns is younger. But he also hasn't pitched in New York. So what if he doesn't pitch well? I just think it's just not worth the risk.
He's also going to be on the Mets, so.
And yeah, he might be on the Mets. So, right though. I mean, don't you agree? I think don't fuck around with Cole. Like, you can't let him hit the free agent.
I mean, again,
it's the age thing. I understand.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're talking to Mets fan. Just we're recently kind of got stabbed in the back by the age of some pitchers.
But they were even older.
But yeah, I mean, you think Verlander, obviously older. But it's also, I mean, it's the same, it was like Verlander, just like literally just won the Cy Young, like kind of crazy. Yeah. But I mean, I think Cole is different, dude. I mean, you look at the way he pitched. Yes, you can talk about the kerfuffle at first, Rizzo. Why aren't you covering? But he was pitching like literally perfect in that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd want him in my squad. Like, let's go.
Yeah. Like I will be stunned if it's like tomorrow or later this evening. We're talking about how Cole is a free agent. I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening either.
But we'll talk about that tomorrow when we get a decision. But once again, would like to thank everybody for tuning in today and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.